Hello, fellow cyborgs, and welcome to another video. Today I thought I might share with you some of my bookmarks. Bookmarks were like the original book accessory, and they continue to be today. So I thought you might get a kick out of seeing what I use in my books. Let's start off in no particular order here. I've got quite a few to show you. So this is one of my newer bookmarks, because I haven't purchased any recently because you only need so many. And I actually found these two bookmarks at my friend's library where her mother works. And then my mom, who's a spiffy teacher, was able to laminate them together. And so the front says read, and this must have come out right before the Fellowship of the Ring movie came out. And then it's Gandalf holding a book in the Mines of Moria, if you remember that scene. And it says, "Discover magic. Ian McClellan is Gandalf." And then on the back are all these cute little bats. And it says, "Hang out and read at your library." Isn't that sweet? Yeah, so I really love thin laminated bookmarks. I've had a few in the past because the really thin laminated edge gets right into the spine of the book and it's really hard for them to accidentally slip out. Next up is also Lord of the Rings themed. I got this years ago when the Lord of the Rings movies were super popular. And I'm pretty sure I got this from Hot Topic or something. But it is, of course, Mr. Orlando Bloom as Legolas. It says so down there. Get your own version of the One Ring as well. So be careful with that. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of these sorts of bookmarks. There are tons of varieties right at the front, of chapters and Barnes & Nobles and whatnot. I haven't used this one much because I find the tassels are really easy to accidentally come apart, and the ring weighs it a lot, which makes it really easy for the bookmark accidentally to come out of the book. But it's pretty colors and it's pretty man, so I keep it. Next is this promotional bookmark from the dollar bookstore near my house, and it just talks about its different locations on the back. But on the front, this is why I kept it. Look. Oh, isn't it sweet? So it's a bunch of really vintage looking books in a bookcase, and that says, "There's no friend as loyal as a book. Lifetime batteries included." And I suppose that quote was by Ernest Hemingway, so he did something really entertaining once in his life. This is another bookmark that I found in a library drawer, and I thought it had beautiful colors, and it says, "Practice random acts of reading." And then this young lady or woman with a wagon full of books and cats telling her to pick up after herself. And I love her outfit. It's just so academic hippie. Sweet. Here's another bookmark that I'm not really sure where I got it from, but it's just a nice thin one. And it's got the American flag in the background, and "We the Kids Love to Read," as you can see, and then this questionable illustration. I can't decide if I really like it, if it is just quirky enough, or if it's actually kind of spooky. But there you go. Next up is one of the many bookmarks that I've made myself. I had this nifty sized piece of cardboard from something lying around my dorm room, and so I decided to write down lyrics from a song. In this case it was "The Windmills of Your Mind." You can look it up on YouTube. I'm not going to sing it for you. And then it continues on the back. But then it stopped there, so I filled it up with one of my favorite quotes from the bonus features in the Skullduggery Pleasant audiobook. And if you have heard that, you know why this is amazing. And if you haven't, you need to go ahead and listen all the way to the end. This one was a gift, and it's the one that hangs out over the spine of your book. And I don't use this one very much, but I just can't bring myself to give it away because it was such a thoughtful gift, and it is quite me. It's a little owl, and it's like a mother of pearl plastic there, and this beautiful little bead. Next is one of my favorites. I used this bookmark when I was stuck at jury duty and was reading Jane Eyre willingly for the first time. And so this bookmark always makes me think of Jane Eyre. But as you can see, it's 100% elephant dung paper. No, it does not smell like poop. I got this at an aquarium, actually. Look at how sweet he is. Aw, adorable. Here's another one that I made. It was a bunch of pledges that my best friend and I made together to do. Just random stuff. It's quite funny. And then on the back are a bunch of luscious gentlemen. I can't remember this dear heart's name, but he played Avenant and the Beast in Jean Cocteau's La Belle et la Bête, and he's just gorgeous. And then we've got Jimmy Stewart, Mr. Lee Pace, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt looking especially dapper. This is another one of my favorite bookmarks, and I actually use this one. The bead's heavy but not too heavy, so it doesn't really jeopardize the placement of the bookmark. But it's stars and astronomical markings, and it shimmers and shines. And it's just beautiful colors. I really do love this one. Antioch beaded bookmarks. I see them everywhere. The next one was also a gift from the Doctor Who experience for the 50th anniversary. So we've got the TARDIS, the year Doctor Who was conceived, and then the celebratory year. And then on the back, it lists all of the Doctors. It's a nice, sturdy bookmark, and I really like how the orange on the front is mimicked on the side. Next one I also found at the library when they were having students design bookmarks, and this was my best friend when she was in the 3rd or 4th grade. She made this. This was her design, and she won first place. I just get such a kick out of seeing this piece of very young her. This next one I've not really used. I bought it because I wanted a backup of my absolutely favorite bookmark, and this was as close as I could get. And it's a very beautiful bookmark, but the tassels are really heavy compared to the bookmark. This is really lightweight, and it's just slick wood, so it just slips out of books, unfortunately. But it says, "Wisdom begins in wonder," by Socrates. Beautiful bookmark. I don't really know why I keep it. It's probably because of the tassels. They're so pretty. Next up is this beautiful bookmark. I only recently started using it as a bookmark because I used to collect mermaid things, and they would just sit on a shelf, not being touched. But this is a miniaturized print by Amy Brown. And I have, I think, 3 or 4 of her prints of mermaids because she just made really beautiful ones. And they were some of the first wall art that I chose in my room. I love framed wall art in my rooms. It's just so pretty. green tassel. And last is my favorite. This is my favorite bookmark of all time. And I bought it when I was so young that I thought this was pronounced Socrates. Oh, silly Amanda. But again, it's Wisdom Begins in Wonder by Socrates. And this is just a dark brown leather, so it sticks in your books. It doesn't really slide out easily, which is really nice. It's got a good grip. And it's just beautiful to touch. And then it's just got a nice simple ribbon, which kind of reminds me of an ice cream sandwich. The way that it's the two dark thin pieces and then the thicker white piece in the middle. But it's just got a lovely feel, and it never has slipped out of books for me. And I really love the sentiment. It's my absolute favorite. I use it only on special occasions. As you can tell, I'm a fan of the more traditional bookmark. I don't particularly like the fashionable ones like magnetic or that stick out the top a lot. I like them just nestled inside of my books, all protected and cozy in there. So I hope you enjoyed this little snippet into what sort of reader and bookmark owner I am. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, continue to be lovely. Next, we'll go to a couple of my elephant bookmarks. That is such a lie. This is an owl.